Okay guys, welcome back to another episode of my Russian campaign. I'm actually pretty, not confused, but spoiled for choice as to what to do next really. We're waiting for the Timurids to kind of implode. We're colonising their territory where we can and just snatching up any states that declare independence in the meantime. We're expanding eastwards to Chagatai territory and Kazakh with the intention of colonising further up to the Pacific. We can expand further into the Middle East. You know, we're waiting for the same thing here for the Ottomans, or where Persia would be. But also up in the east, I definitely need to punish Scandinavia for their past transgressions. And Lithuania is also looking quite vulnerable at the moment. They're out of Poland, Kurland and Riga, which I believe will be, yeah, Kurland, Poland's nothing, and as is Riga here. The culture group we have here is Belarus. We're talking about the Belarus region, so I think this area would be a nice little addition to Russia. Of course, we don't have the kind of casus belli up here at the moment. We do have that to the south and east, however. The national idea of divine supremacy is giving us that casus belli against any... is it heathens or infidels? It's infidels, isn't it? I forget. Anyone who's not in our religious group, essentially. So... things are going well with the economy. I've cut back on maintenance. Cola's about to fall to a group of reformed zealots. I didn't realise that they'd sprung up, so it took me a long time to get some troops up there. And yeah, they're on their way, but it's going to take quite a while. In fact, it'd probably be a lot quicker to just build some troops here. So that's what I'm going to do. So the hussars are the cavalry and we have musketeers. Okay. It's only going to take 3,000 and this big old army can... I'd say the best place for them would be to sit near the border. Austria's always a threat, and it's going to be nice to have at least somebody in the vicinity should they choose to wreck my shit. The colonists here will arrive in March, so in the meantime let's get time flowing and see what we can do. I'm going to just over 2 months to get this army up. Okay, yeah. I forget there's plenty of rebels to quash. Very large Timurid army in the area, but we can deal with them quite easily. I believe there was a centre of trade around here. But I don't think it's here anymore. I believe it used to be in Samarkand. Is that right? I'm really not entirely sure. But sorry, I think it's much sensible to save my colonists for heading eastwards at the moment. And yeah, those were also successful. So they have changed our religion to Reformed, and we're not going to be able to attempt to change that back until 1573. Which is a bit of a pain. How are Finland doing at the moment anyway? Oh, our theologian has died. Well, I'll come back to Finland. Right, trade tech improvement, and we've lost the general. And we can change a slider. I did not notice that. Okay, given that our revolt risk is much lower than it has been in the past, I think it could be time to start finishing off our quest for full centralisation. I've mentioned before that each movement past the kind of allowed barrier here will increase your revolt risk by 1%, but I'm sure we can handle an extra 2%. It shouldn't be too game breaking, I hope. What would be terrible is if we lost some stability though, so let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. Ah, that's fine. Rebellions are easily dealt with. Lots of notifications here. We still have 2 ports blockaded. We're going to need some ships built along the kind of Persian coast here. You know, so along the Gulf, because I do plan on taking all of these coastal provinces. We can hope that Yemen take care of them for us, because they are suffering as well. But it's definitely in our interest to get some kind of a fleet down there. It's a bit of a strange concept having to worry about a navy. Anyway, we have inflation reduction, which I still need. Discipline, which is always good. The revolt risk isn't too much of a threat. Right now, I suppose I need another missionary. I'm planning to be churning out missionaries as soon as I can, and whilst they're out there, they're going to be requiring payment. So as soon as they finish up, the better for me, really. Okay, the rebels are heading to Karelia, so I should probably reinforce this new regiment we have. And now we need to start paying them. As for Finland, they don't really appear to be allied by any great threats, but again, there's no casus belli, so I'm going to have to work on developing one there. Giselcombe will require 1 more settler before I shall consider leaving them to their own devices. And we're 2 months away before Tano will have a next colonist. Ah, that's a bit embarrassing. Start paying them a bit more. I'll send our troops south to deal with the Timurid army here. The more troops we can kill of theirs, the faster they should break up into small independent nations, which we can annex. Okay, they have moved up. They're reinforced, so let's finish off these English rebels. Well, rebels financed by England. Or Britain, as I should say at the moment. Okay, let's take that cola. Still have a truce with the Ottoman Empire. That should expire at the end of next January though. I'm not sure whether to expand out into Anatolia or, you know, head into Persia here and sort of join up our territories. Given the amount of Persian nationalists who are around here though, I suppose I could wait for them to break off from the Ottoman Empire and declare war on them, and use this kind of opportunity to invade Anatolia. So I expand southwards by dealing with Persia and expand west by dealing with the Ottomans. That makes sense. Oh, did Yemen want peace? I did not realise we were still at war. Oh, come on. Ah, Persia has formed, just as I was speaking about it. Right, so they're at war with the Ottomans, and the only potential partners they have in this war is Mali. I, of course, have no allies, so no one to call in there. Ugh. No time to deal with those rebels. And just because we're at war, I'll max out our spending. It's a bit silly not to. Bavaria is still the Holy Roman Empire. I suppose it's not that surprising. They are very big themselves, but look at Austria. It's very surprising. Aha, another one in Kizelkum. So yeah, I think I will leave them to grow independently. We only have about 5 months before this next colonist reaches Tanu, which should then finish off the colony. Okay, we've beaten the Ottomans to Persia, which is a very good development because they are at war with Ottomans at the moment. Chagatai, I've not really done anything with them yet either. Okay, some rebels down in Makran. I'm failing at chasing these guys. I've got 20 troops, so I'll split in half. I'll send some down here to deal with the rebels, and I'll leave these guys to besiege Tashkent. Ah, there goes Yemen, taking out the pirates for us. Persia does seem to have a small army here, which I suspect was made up of the rebels that they formed from, but they're unwilling to advance. Now the Ottomans have reached Dashilut before us, so they are going to be in charge of the siege there. That could be a problem because, well, first of all, that's good. That could be a problem because if we annex these two states, the Ottomans can just annex this province here. So I'll probably have to wait until this war is concluded between the Persians and the Ottomans. In the meantime, though, we'll just speed along some of those sieges. Hamlin has been successful. I'm not really going to need you. You can head back up to Trebizond. And yeah, like I say, I can't take these provinces yet. Okay, the nobles have demanded their old rights. No, I am not decentralising. So I'll now waste 3 years of potential research investing in stability. Naval tech. Iraq has formed from, well, from the Ottomans again, which means you now have a purpose. Sadly, though, I suspect the Ottomans are going to annex this province. But what can you do? Okay, so you're on the way to deal with those rebels. You're besieging Tashkent. Assaulting was a bit silly, we haven't really got enough troops, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, Persia have white peace with the Ottomans. Fantastic. That leaves them open to annexation by my good self. Failed? Oh, that sucks. Let's send another one out there. Oh, Hormuz are attacking our siege here in Hormuz. Tashkent is ours. I'm going to park our troops in Samarkand and start colonising here as well. Okay, they actually managed to take Kola. Well done, guys. I shall park you in Novgorod and just reinforce you a little bit. You're not going to be a massive army by any means. It'd just be nice to have some kind of a force up in the north here. And we have a new heir. Everybody wants peace. No, no, no. What do Yemen want? White peace. There's nothing I want from you at the moment, is there? No. And just to check, there's no one else involved in the war. Okay, good. White peace. So we have reached the last province of Persia. And we can now annex them for a measly, measly free infamy. Glorious. The Ottomans still control Iraq, or rather they're in charge of the siege in Iraq. It's only a measly 2,000 troops. So, when I declare war on them in about 13 days' time, we should be able to easily deal with those troops. I'll just think about the logistics of dealing with an invasion here. So they have 20,000 troops at the south, 2,000 in Iraq, and by the looks of things, about 12,000 up here as well. So we have the 23,000 up here, which should be able to easily deal with them. And yeah, we have a similar amount that are able to reach the north, shall we say. I'm forgetting that there's a huge technological difference here at the moment. It's 3 whole levels. That tech map's looking pretty scary. We have westernised and we're coming along quite nicely, but Europe's doing extremely well. Austria is ahead of us in land tech, along with everything else. Okay, so I'll leave this army in Van. Continue for now, simply dealing with rebels here. You can head back up to reinforce your friends in Samarkand. So guys, just want to see what kind of armies we have spread out around our country. There's a large area here that's undefended. But no, I'm happy with the way things are. Once we've dealt with the Ottomans, we can think about colonising Hormuz as well, and that will finish off the Persian Gulf area quite nicely. Okay, I'm just waiting now to declare war. Okay, yeah, it's a good job I didn't get rid of that army. I was wondering if they were worthwhile up there. Okay, so we're at war with Iraq, and that's also why we're going to war with the Ottomans. Okay, let's do this. Oh, hang on, who are they allied with? Bulgaria? That's concerning, and I'll talk about that in a second. Yemen, that's fine. Mali, guaranteed by the Mamluks. Ooh. Now, an allied Mamluk and Ottoman army is pretty concerning. Although they are even further behind in land tech than the Ottomans are. However, they will probably have the advantage in numbers. Bulgaria was concerning because it's possible they'd have been allied with some Western powers, but by the looks of things, that's not the case. What would we be dealing with if the Mamluks joined in? Oh, it's under T, isn't it? 72,000. And they're not really facing any serious threats at the moment. I don't really think I have enough troops around at the moment to deal with them. Okay, well let's just reallocate a few forces. I'll bring this 15,000 troops down south and get another 10,000 heading towards us in case things go wrong. I could be overanalyzing this, they may not even join in, but who am I kidding? Of course they will. Okay, so I'll wait a little while for these forces to get into position. I shall spend some magistrates, which is something I usually forget to do. Oh hello, for 300 ducats we can reduce our revolt risk by 2. No, that's not really worth it. I need my money for manufacturers. Ah, we've... okay, converted some heretics. Marvellous. Come on, guys. It's not that far to walk, is it? Okay, we got these guys back in the right area. So let's group up here. Stick these guys back together. Check they have generals, which we don't seem to have. Okay, let's do this. It all comes down to whether the Mamluks will intercede on behalf of the Ottomans. Considering the size and relative strength of them, I'd be very surprised if they don't. So, let's see if I'm right. Bulgaria, Yemen, yeah, Mamluks. That was expected. Okay, so we've got troops coming down to deal with them. The basic strategy for this war is just going to be chasing around armies to begin with. Probably not worrying too much about besieging any territory. Just kind of getting the numbers down so it's in our favour. Okay, with that, let's go. Both of these nations have pretty large armies, so we're going to be attacked on quite a lot of fronts. Let's quickly take Iraq. Yes, okay, that's fine. So we can get back to pursuing these folks and just quickly annex Iraq. they wanted to get away with paying us 18 ducats. I think not. The Ottoman army has moved to Fars. I can beat them to Fars. And what else do we have? We have a small army heading north, but the Mamluks are heading to Iraq here to head us off by the looks of things. Just make sure everyone's in the right kind of area to support each other. Suppose you can head over to Gurgen and Mazandarin and start sieging them actually. You'll be in the right kind of area to help out if we need you. Just making sure I've not missed anything. Okay. The first colonist has arrived at Samarkand. Okay, good. This is the capital of the Timurids. We've been blockading quite a few places, but that's not really hurting us as far as war exhaustion goes. Anyway, let's continue. Azerbaijan, okay, that's good. Tashkent's successful also. Choi, let's pursue and head back round to Samarkand. And a missionary. It would be best to focus on the homeland. Okay. You guys have a job to do. 3 rebellions. Yeah, they'll definitely be needing Fars to stem the tide here. I think that's all of the rebels dealt with there. Yes, that's good. Let's go. Slow down. Okay, we killed the rebels in Jasagdu and we were successful in Fars. Mamluks are still coming though, so we will stay here for now. These guys can swing around and pursue if they get there in time, which I doubt. Sistan, okay, that's fine. Lost Sinope for now at least. Excellent, Tanu will defect to us in October. Battle of Choi. Oh, that's good, we wiped out the Timurids. Again, the only reason that's beneficial is to hopefully speed up the kind of collapse of them. Tanu is ours once, finally. Jasagdu will begin with immediately, so we can then move on to Yedinsky. So what do we have here now? No longer being... Ah, okay. So the Ottomans coming to Kerman, and Mamluks are retreating to Kazakhstan. Sorry, it's getting a bit overwhelmed. Right, you, my friends, can come to Kerman and then turn around and head to Laristan. You can head to Ajam and hopefully be joined by these nice chaps here. Kazakh conceded peace with Ming. That's good because part of the Kazakh territory was held by Ming, and I wanted it. OMG, good, good. Hopefully wipe out this large force. We take back Sinope and then head over to Trebizond. Seeing Mamluk forces all the way along here. A jam has been successful. They are... the main force is heading to Khuzestan. And we're having some Yemeni troops joining in. Okay, well... looks like we can take Mosul quickly, and then we'll head up to Van. From Mosul to Van, and we'll be attacking Sinope in a matter of days. We have no leader here, but that can be quickly corrected. How are we doing here? Yeah, successful. Despite the fact that we don't really have a general. Should always be using generals, I'm not sure what's wrong with me here. Okay, we have another Mamluk army heading to Ajam, so I'm going to wait and give them a chance to reinforce. I'm failing here. I should really be keeping an eye out to make sure we are actually chasing down armies and that they're not just running away from us. So this looks good. Someone should get down and deal with those rebels. They've been unchallenged for far too long. Success in Van. Complete success. The main, well, the Mamluk capital is Cairo. I can't really see us heading down there anytime soon. I think I should keep these guys up north. Once this army has finished, I will bring them south. Okay, good. We'll have another colonist sent out to Samarkand. Yes, they should have been dealt with a long time ago. Okay, let's bring you back down to Persia. That's where most of the forces are currently. Mysore has formed. Where are you? Okay. Rebels. Okay, I suppose you can come down south via Kartli and take out those rebellions. Kazakh, Chagatai, go away. Yeah, getting a lot of spies hitting us. Now, I'd be very happy to get the Mamluks out of this conflict, but they would end everything. Would Yemen be interested in peace? No, not at all. Fair enough. See, again, they've managed to evade me. Okay, good, we've taken out those forces. Eastern Hudson Bay. Cool. Huh, Flanders are doing a lot of colonising. Okay, we're actually pretty significantly outnumbered here. Could potentially be a problem. Lost most. Okay. Fortunately, we were successful and we've split up their forces. I will pursue into Kerman because we can reinforce our troops once this rebellion has been finished. Okay, as I said before, this is mainly about defeating their armies and driving up the war score for ourselves. There's going to be just too many troops to successfully whittle down the provinces. Assam has formed, by the looks of things, yeah. Sinope, success. Okay, we are going to have to take territories before we can discuss peace with them. How about Yemen? Still no. I just checked recently. Oh look, they're fleeing. Ah, the church has mobilised the population. I've not had this event before. 1 free stability. Marvellous. Gets us back up to speed. Okay, let's see if we can intercept Yemen. Well, no, but we've at least stopped them fleeing. Darn. Okay, they're again retreating to Laristan. Sinope, success. Byzantium lives. Mali want peace, but they think they're winning. Okay, we've taken out a Yemenese army. Will that persuade them to get out of this war? No. Pity. Oh, damn. Oh, that's interesting. Constantinople appears to be held by Crete, and I do want to take that. Okay, well, I'm a bit tied up at the moment, but that's definitely something to consider for the future. Okay, wait, Sharizor. Pursue into Iraq. Urumqi, that's fine, they're heading back anyway, and Laristan. Okay, we're all going to meet up in Fars. I'll hold these guys back for a very short amount of time, and then head up there. However, I think I'll call the episode for now. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.